This is the A400 approaching to open RAF Cosford 2016. Thank you, 70 Squadron, for opening the Royal Air Force King Air to copy a maximum speed of 220 knots. They'll be going like a clappers. And the Reds will be going as slowly as they possibly can. Of course, they're the world. And here they are, coming in from our right. Red Arrows and the King Air. Flight Lieutenant John Price in the second aircraft is Cadet Flight Sergeant Gareth Johnson.
Who's 18.
And the third aircraft is being flown by Flight Lieutenant Chris Ninja Turtle / Warrant Officer Anthony Sedula.
Fantastic. Everybody wave! All the air cadets wave. Everybody wave.
I suspect a day they will never forget.
A wonderful time. So magnificent.
Well done.
I think just love it. I mean, obviously, you know, a lot of what we do is about aviation, but it's also about adventure, just fantastic.
Spiral climb. As you'll see, just when everything is all really rather normal, there's something rather striking. Now, it's a helicopter, so definitely not going to be able to hit broad roofs. Gratitude for that.
afternoon, everybody. My name is Keeper from the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. Okay. Coming in, left to right, Hurricane 2C, we call it PZ, and a Mark 16 Spitfire TE. The Spitfire is flown by OC BBMF, Squadron Leader Andy Milliken, and the Mark 2C Hurricane is flown by Flight Lieutenant Andy Priest. Squadron Leader Milliken, or Millie as we call him, this is his first year as the boss, but he's actually been on the flight for 5 years now, very experienced Spitfire pilot. There of the Mark 16 Spitfire with fed wings.
Hey, can you see those explosions? That looks like some ground attack fire. We're going to have to watch out. First of all, they called it Archie. Very popular at the time. Archie. Certainly not. And there's some ground strafing going on. You've got a slightly better view of this than I have. There's that Archie going up trying to find the aircraft. Going back and forth across along the cloud line, we have on the right hand side, just crossing over, a Fokker triplane that is pursuing a C-5. Now going over to the right, we have the Cosford triplane being pursued by another Fokker triplane. Now you might think we've all heard of the Fokker triplane, haven't we? Because that's the Manfred von Richthofen plane. But actually that was a copy of the Cosford triplane. And it looks like he's hit him. Yeah, he's putting some gunfire in there. British aircraft, they're both Junkers C-130J was developed later in the war in 1917. They were. You can catch people onwards. SC-5A. As we go by binoculars and try and point out the ones you visit. We've probably got a much better view than I have. I'm scanning as hard, as fast as I can, and I'm afraid I think I'm doing okay. You've probably got a much clearer view. We've got some shells and bits and pieces going up in the sky there. I'm going to call your attention to this sound of shelling. A well-known Irish low-cost airline.
Built in 1950 and was delivered to the Royal Air Force as one of 252 T-21 navigational trainers. Initially teaching this #1 basic air navigation school at RAF Cosford in Hampshire. She was later converted to passenger transport and is now owned by BAE Systems, and forms part of the Air Force acquire a relatively cheap land plane for coastal maritime reconnaissance duties as a supplement to more capable but expensive flying boats that the RAF used for maritime reconnaissance. And the airmen
too much about personal treaty anymore because Hitler had come to power. He was looking at a way of ensuring that if you were looking at the future of Germany, you were simultaneously looking at the future of aviation, you were looking at the Nazi Party. It had its symbol on everything. So, I don't know about you, but the swastika is, Churchill called it the crooked cross of Nazi infamy, and he wasn't wrong. And isn't it interesting that sometimes the flying's so beguiling, perhaps you could just nod away the significance of that symbol. But that's how propaganda works. It's the MiG-15. Down the decades. The design scrunted the pilot up a bit by putting the
about training the pilots, ultimately for combat. So everything here the pilots would have used.
Tonking in very nicely.
They're big two and all going to take a lot to enjoy. I want to go in as well, we all want to go. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Isn't that lovely? Good old Fat Albert flying through the RAF Cosford 2016.
The smoke comes on. Now let's have a huge round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as we welcome the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team for 2016. It's the Red Arrows! There of Red 1 Squadron Leader David Montenegro entering a right-hand turn, calling the pilots into short diamond. Now from 955 feet, you'll see the jets now collapse to around 6 feet apart as they form our trademark Diamond 9 shape in that right-hand turn. Leading the team, David Montenegro is in his second year as the team's leader. He is a former Hawk instructor, Tornado F3 pilot, and he in fact has been in the Red Arrows before from 2009 to 2011. Now leading the synchro pair. So over on the right, rolling out in short diamond. Keep your eyes on the outriggers, Red 4 and 5. pitch up to rapidly roll back now to be beam Reds 8 and 9 at the back of the formation to form Apollo. At the front right of the formation is the first of our two new pilots. He's Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Matt Masters. Matt started his career as an instructor on the Tucano, then moved across to fly the Tornado F3. Shape, which depicts the delta wing platform of the Royal Air Force's multi-role combat aircraft. You saw it display here earlier. Coming in from the left with some red and white smoke, this is Typhoon. At the front left of that Typhoon wing, it has been on near enough continuous operations, and it continues to be overseas now. Celebrating the Tornado Bomber Force. In from the right, this is Tornado. Eyes on Jippo. Smoke comes on for Enid, Reds 1, 2, 3 and 5. Formation. Mid aircraft's now going to roll around them a dozen times. This is the Twister. To camera now as we get flying from the left in mirror. This is the corkscrew. Red 1 uses red and blue smoke, and at the back of each of the jets you see a big panel hanging down. That is in fact the air brake. We put that out to create drag to slow the aircraft down. A secondary effect of having the air brake out, you need a higher power setting to maintain 6G turns. So Red 6 about to appear from behind the trees with his smoke on. Here comes Red 7 to the left with his smoke on. Cameras ready for synchros. Final manoeuvre on the display. This is the carousel. Pilots are now working hard to fight the G-force pulling 6G. They're going to cross 3 times, and at this back cross, notice that they swap their smoke colour from red to blue, and vice versa, using the individual smoke colour control buttons on each of the aircraft's control column. And switching around the front now, they'll go back to white smoke. And they're going to fly brake. You've been watching the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you look to your front, you'll now see the unique silhouette of the Chinook. The Chinook helicopter